Oh yeah, I can talk about like the Blizzard leak. So apparently there was a leak on 4chan. Supposedly, this is something that's come out like a million times. A Blizzard employee disgruntled, going through a bunch of shit, posts on 4chan saying a bunch of shit that's going on. And basically, like
what gives this cadence though? Besides people saying that it's just besides the fact that this is like the longest piece of text you've ever sent in the Discord, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. It says Blizzard and there's paragraphs.
Because it's just too spot on, like, personally, I think. So obviously a lot of people saying, like, oh, this is all just shit we already know, and then just, like, spinning their own story on the subject. I just think it's interesting the way they're saying it. Basically, they're saying, like, Shadowlands has been kind of, like, a critical, like, not, like, failure. It just isn't doing well. It has one of the worst fallouts of player retention and stuff like that. People are complaining about the story. Blizzard devs are talking about Final Fantasy XIV all the time because so many people are switching over to that. They don't understand why people are, when at the same time we're constantly giving feedback to Blizzard, but they seem to not care. It just seems like they're pig-headed and know more about the game than the players do, even though we've been playing it for so long. It's just like a lot of stuff like that. Just like heavy-handed stuff with Activision. People just unhappy with like the work environment and stuff like that. People just dropping ship. It's just a lot of stuff we already know. But
ironically, as a I know a lot of people in my industry who worked at Blizzard, and they all said they actually loved it. But I guess that was like all 5+ years at this point ago.
Exactly. So. It's a lot different. It's just like things like Twitter. You see it all the time. Like people from Blizzard always lashing out at customers because we're unhappy with the game, and it's just like completely unprofessional. They're just saying like, "Oh, don't do that anymore," that kind of thing. Like people are blaming Asmongold for everything that's going on. It's just like it's like a multifaceted thing with the company and the game in general for just being extremely out of touch.
Like, I know that they were making bad decisions before this, but I feel like you could separate, like there's probably different eras in Blizzard, but I think, like, the most recent, like, development that really separated into pre and post was, like, the Hong Kong stuff. Like, there was a decent amount of goodwill for Blizzard. I know that, like, there were things failing. People were upset about, like, the state of, like, a lot of their games, but, like, it went from, like, just, like, kind of disappointed to outright hate with the Hong Kong stuff, and I feel like that's like,
well,
that's
it's
where
a
people
cool
like
thing.
Are
it's a cool thing to do
ships.
now.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to do to like hate Blizzard. You know, it's like they're like the big bad gaming company when they used to be the company everybody fucking loved. Like you beat off to Blizzard because they were such a good company.
The thing is, I still think that like there are going to be enough people that even if they never play a Blizzard game, they're still really like, I know multiple people who even if they never play another Blizzard game, they're still like in love with the WoW lore. Like I could see them easily going like, I'm gonna go to BlizzCon whenever there's a next BlizzCon. I only play
I will too.
One mini game.
We love their games, but we see stuff like Overwatch doing terribly. Hearthstone, it's not doing as well as it used to. Like a lot of their other games,
is doing super well though. Like it legitimately.
Well, but like you don't go like as far as viewership, you go on like Twitch and stuff. It's nothing like it used to be.
I mean that's true. Yeah, like but I mean like at a certain point when a game's like 8 years old, like what do you expect?
Yeah, I feel a lot of it was them trying to go towards like the esports route with everything, and it just completely made all their casual crowds go away. Like I don't know anybody who's excited for Overwatch 2, and they're putting all their money into that.
I can't spend money on video games because I bought that $2,000 Mario watch from Tag Heuer. But that's besides the point. What I was going to say is that like most of the people I know are trying to stay relevant in the world of MMOs, and they're doing that through playing Lord of the Rings Online. Like if you are a large content creator, you can't play WoW anymore. Like you have to look where the people are. So
you have to play Lord of the Rings.
You have to play Lord of the Rings Online.
All 312 people that are online.
Yeah. So like you look at a person like Asmongold, he's completely fallen off at this point. Like he stopped playing WoW to play Final Fantasy XIV. That was the worst decision I've ever seen a human make. He should have played Lord of the Rings Online, and he would have retained his viewers. Yeah, 200K viewers. He used to have 1 million when he played Lord of the Rings Online. 20% of his viewership. How dare he exist?
Do you want to play Lord of the Rings after the podcast?
Yes, but I can't. I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
I have to cease not being your friend after the podcast, like every week.
Yeah, for those who don't know, it's like we're always trying to have conversations like pre and like post podcast, and they're just like, "Shut the fuck up, Dana. Save it for the podcast. This is content.
Save it for the podcast. Save our friendship for the podcast." I have like a effigy in my room of Dana, and I just like punch him in the stomach.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm just.
That's just violent.
Yeah, that's actually that reflects poorly on me. Like really.
No, what
badly.
does that
Never
have
mind.
to do with anything about us?
Like a thing I do.